Let me stop you right here, because if you're a senior watching this and you still care about your strength, your confidence, and how you feel as a man, this message is for you. I'm not here to scare you, and I'm definitely not here to sell you false hope. I'm here because I've seen too many men quietly give up, thinking that weakness, softness, and frustration are just the price of getting older. And I need you to understand something clearly from the very beginning. Aging does not automatically mean losing your power. What really causes problems is neglecting the systems in your body that keep you strong, responsive, and alive. Over the years, working closely with men from all walks of life, I've noticed a pattern. Men don't lose function overnight. It fades slowly. First, it's a little less firmness. Then it takes longer to respond. Then confidence starts to dip. Then intimacy feels stressful instead of natural. And before they know it, they're avoiding situations altogether, not because the desire is gone, but because the body isn't cooperating the way it used to. And what hurts most is that many of these men were never told the truth about what's really happening inside their bodies. Here's the reality. Your penis does not operate independently from the rest of your health. It's not separate from your heart, your blood vessels, your metabolism, or your daily habits. It is a direct reflection of your circulation. When blood flow is strong, flexible, and responsive, erections are stronger and more reliable. When blood flow is restricted, inflamed, or sluggish, everything suffers. That's not opinion. That's basic physiology. As men age, several things tend to happen at the same time. Blood vessels lose elasticity. Inflammation increases. Nitric oxide production declines. Testosterone may slowly drop. Stress hormones rise. Sleep quality often worsens. And many men start eating more processed foods while moving less. None of these things alone destroy function, but together they create the perfect storm. And then men blame age when the real issue is that the internal environment no longer supports strong circulation. This is why I want to talk to you about food. Not supplements, not extreme routines. Food. Because what you eat either feeds inflammation or fights it. It either stiffens your arteries or helps relax them. It either supports blood flow or restricts it. And one of the most overlooked foods for senior men, especially when it comes to circulation and firmness, is the beet. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Beets don't sound exciting. They don't sound masculine. They don't sound like something that would make a difference. But your body doesn't care about marketing. Your blood vessels care about chemistry. Beets are naturally rich in dietary nitrates, and those nitrates are converted by your body into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is one of the most important molecules for male performance. It signals blood vessels to relax and widen, allowing more blood to flow smoothly through them. That increased blood flow is exactly what's required for firmness. When nitric oxide levels are low, blood vessels stay tighter, blood flow is weaker, pressure drops, response slows. When nitric oxide is supported, circulation improves throughout the entire body. That includes the heart, the brain, the muscles, and yes, the penis. This is why men who improve their vascular health often notice changes, not just in the bedroom, but in their energy, stamina, and mental clarity as well. I've seen men who thought their best days were decades behind them start feeling different within weeks of making simple dietary changes. Not because their age changed, but because their internal environment did. Less inflammation, better circulation, more oxygen reaching tissues. When the body gets what it needs, it remembers how to function. Now let me be very clear and very honest with you. Eating beets is not a magic switch. This is not about instant results or unrealistic promises. This is about giving your body the tools it needs to do what it was designed to do. Consistency matters, lifestyle matters, and patience matters. But when you support circulation day after day, the body responds. Beets can be eaten in many ways. Roasted, steamed, juiced, blended into smoothies, grated into salads. Some men prefer beet juice in the morning. Others mix roasted beets into meals a few times a week. The form matters less than the habit. What matters is that you're regularly supplying your body with the raw materials it needs to produce nitric oxide naturally. And let's talk about something important that often gets ignored. Erectile strength is not just about sex. It's a health marker. Poor erections are often an early warning sign of vascular issues elsewhere in the body. The blood vessels in the penis are smaller than those around the heart. That means problems often show up there first. When circulation improves there, it's often improving everywhere. This is why I encourage men to stop separating sexual health from overall health. When you eat better, move more, sleep deeper, and manage stress, everything improves together. Confidence improves, mood improves, motivation improves, Men who feel stronger physically tend to take better care of themselves mentally. They stand differently. They speak differently. They engage with life differently. Another thing I want you to understand is that stress is a silent killer of performance. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which directly interfere with testosterone and nitric oxide production. You can eat the right foods, but if you're constantly tense, anxious, or exhausted, your body stays in survival mode. That's why simple practices like walking, breathing deeply, and getting adequate sleep matter more than most men realize. Hydration also plays a role. Blood is mostly water. Dehydration thickens blood and reduces circulation efficiency. Many seniors are chronically dehydrated without realizing it. Drinking enough water supports blood volume, pressure, and flow. It's simple, but it's powerful. Movement is another key piece. You don't need extreme workouts. Gentle, consistent movement improves circulation and insulin sensitivity. Walking, light resistance training, stretching. These activities signal the body to keep blood vessels responsive and muscles active. Sitting all day sends the opposite signal. And let's address the emotional side of this, because it matters. Many men carry shame around performance issues. They don't talk about it. They internalize it. They withdraw. That emotional weight increases stress, which further worsens the problem. Breaking that cycle starts with understanding that this is not a personal failure. It's a physiological issue that can often be improved with the right support. I also want to emphasize responsibility. If you have medical conditions, if you're on blood pressure medications, nitrates, or other prescriptions, you should always talk to your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes. Smart men don't ignore medical guidance. They integrate it. What I want for you is not perfection. I want progress. I want you to feel like you still have agency over your body. I want you to stop accepting decline as inevitable when in many cases it's optional. Your body is adaptive. Even in later years, it responds to care. There's something deeply empowering about realizing that small daily choices can create meaningful change. Choosing foods that support circulation. Choosing movement instead of stagnation. Choosing rest instead of burnout. These choices compound over time. Men who commit to these habits often report something interesting. They don't just feel stronger physically, they feel more present, more confident, more connected to their partners, more optimistic about aging. That mindset shift alone can change the trajectory of a man's later years. And this isn't about chasing youth. It's about maintaining function. It's about dignity. It's about being able to enjoy intimacy without fear or frustration. It's about waking up with energy instead of heaviness. It's about feeling like your body is still on your side. I've watched men transform simply by deciding that they were worth taking care of. Not with extremes, but with consistency. Food, movement, sleep, stress management. These are not glamorous topics, but they are powerful. And when you align them, the body responds in ways that often surprise people. So if you're watching this and you've been feeling discouraged, I want you to pause and breathe. You're not broken. You're not done. You're not alone. You're dealing with systems that need support, not shame. Start where you are. Add supportive foods like beets. Drink more water. Walk a little more. Sleep a little better. Reduce unnecessary stress. Pay attention to how your body responds. Give it time. Give it respect. The body keeps score, but it also keeps the ability to heal and adapt when given the chance. Strength is not just about muscles or performance. It's about resilience. It's about showing up for yourself, even when no one is watching. It's about choosing to invest in your health today, so you can enjoy your life tomorrow. And when you begin to understand that circulation is the foundation of male vitality, when you realize that food is not just fuel but information for your body, when you stop fighting your age and start working with your physiology, you open the door to feeling capable again, grounded again, confident again. And that decision, made quietly and consistently, has the power to change how you experience your body, your relationships, and your sense of self as the years continue to move forward, and you recognize that strength does not vanish. It responds to care, to intention, to daily choices that tell your body it is still valued, still needed, still supported. And as you continue on this path, you may notice subtle shifts at first, warmer circulation, better endurance, a stronger sense of presence, moments where your body responds more readily, moments where confidence returns without forcing it, moments where you realize that what you once thought was lost was simply dormant, waiting for the right conditions to reawaken, waiting for you to stop giving up and start listening, waiting for nourishment, patience, and trust to do their work as the body does what it has always done when given the opportunity to function as intended, and you allow yourself to stay curious, committed, and open to the process without rushing the outcome or demanding perfection while continuing to move forward with intention and care. Knowing that every supportive choice you make sends a message inward that you are still here, still engaged, still choosing strength over surrender, still choosing to participate fully in your own health and vitality as the journey continues without needing a dramatic finish or a final declaration, because the real work happens quietly in the days that follow when you return to your life carrying this awareness with you as you move. Eat, rest, and live with greater attention to what your body is asking for and how it responds when you finally start giving it what it needs.